Okay.
All right.
Yes. Yo, thanks for doing this with me, fam. And I mean, I really appreciate you having this phone call with me on the 300th episode. For the people who are like tuning in, right? I have Noah SHEBIB, aka 40, aka 40 days and 40 nights in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, my brother. Pleasure's mine. Thank you for putting me on the show.
Yeah, man. I just felt it was important because it's like episode 300. Like you've been seeing the progression from the beginning, and I gotta say quick, even before like the little three questions, I've taken a lot of sound engineering advice from you. So I want to say thank you for that, bro.
Yes, blessings, my brother. Of course.
What do you got going on outside of music? Because obviously everybody knows what you do musically, right? Like we don't need to go over that. But like outside of the music thing, give the people like something that you got going on with yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my cannabis brand, Bull Rider, so I'm gonna start focusing on that a little bit more than I really ever have, and bring that sort of to fruition into the place it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I do work with the Justice Fund. That's something I'm really passionate about, and my foundation, the 40 Foundation. So I mean, like that's takes up a lot of sort of my time outside of music, and outside of family and friends. I mean, that's all I do is make music. So I mean, that sums everything up.
Well, that's a blessing, bro. Um, Even when it comes to music, right? Like you've had so many accomplishments over the years, and you've had so many accolades. What's one thing, like a story that you can remember where you were like, you know what, I made it, man.
I mean, probably like my most memorable like moment like that was after our first Houston show. Me and Drake and the rest of our small crew we were traveling with, and we'd done a show at Warehouse Live, which was this like venue in Houston. And I'll never forget that after the show, I mean, two things happened that night. One, the crowd sang November 18th verbatim, and that was like pretty
Mm,
shocking because like I'd never really experienced that before on that level, like
yeah.
for real, like it was pretty scary. And then when we left, we actually ended up walking to the after party because it was a few blocks away. So we like walked with like a mob of security to the after party, and we had to run. Like the amount of like girls chasing our little like squad was so crazy. I was like, I have it all on video. It was that moment where it was like, oh shit, it's just like the Beatles, it's just like fucking Chris Brown and Justin Bieber running, it's like, I mean, that being said, it was B2K was probably the reference. It was just like the B2K Bow
Yeah.
Wow moment. Like
The,
that was the
the
reference because
unison of screaming
this was a long
fans.
time ago, right? So I mean, like in my mind, I was like, oh shit, like yo, it's real. And coming from Toronto, it's like to have that happen is kind of a crazy thing. So that was probably one of the first moments for me.
That's dope, man. You probably heard that high pitched screaming of like multiple little girls screaming at the same time. It's like almost endearing and scary at the same time, man.
Yeah, no, it's intimidating at first. You're just kind of like, like, whoa, what's going on? Is this shit real? So I mean, that was probably the first time.
No, man. Thank you for that, man. And last thing I have, because I know you're a busy man, you got a lot of things going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Um, with us at our 300th episode, right? And I feel like we've come a long way. We've interviewed a lot of people along the way, and we got a lot more to go. What's one piece of advice that you can give as somebody who I feel has gone to like the level, the highest levels that we can go into this music game? What's some advice for us on our way up?
I would just say like I like making stuff, right? Whether it's music or it's equipment or it's just being creative on any level. And like what you're doing is making content, and as long as you continue to be original and make content that is yours and you're passionate about, like that's all that really matters, and you will be successful and you'll continue to grow as long as you sort of like stick to always being original, just doing your own thing and making stuff. That to me is sort of the answer, like at whatever capacity. So,
No, man, thank you for that, bro. And listen, I appreciate you having this conversation with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Episode 300, it's a special thing. And
Oh, brother. Congratulations, man. I mean, shit's crazy. So, I mean, like, I'm proud of you as well. So I just want to say that.
No, man. Thank you, bro.
We love hip hop.